basketball here in San Antonio, and we have a very special day today. See, I went and I've been looking at the anatomy of teams lately. Obviously, that's something I have to do a lot as a coach, and I've been talking to other fellow coaches, and we've been talking how the anatomy of teams is relative in sports for us as basketball, and it crosses over to business and entrepreneurial endeavors and things of that nature. So what I did is I wanted to, me, I'm always looking to teach. I wanted to bring some other great minds on the topic of teams. And one of those is someone that I have a huge amount of respect for. This guy actually was a mentor to me when I first started coaching, and we built together, grown together, and now we're even teaming up for our own entrepreneurial endeavor that'll come down the road. We'll tell you about the team we're building. But today, we just really want to focus on teaching you teams. So what I want to do first and foremost, obviously, is introduce you to Mr. Coach Raymond Briggs. Coach, how you doing?
Man, what's going on, Coach Frink? I'm doing great right now, man. Everything's wonderful. Yeah. So, and really just kind of jump on, what you're talking about as far as this whole team building aspect. And, the thing I found is interesting is, wherever niche you find yourself working in, sports is our background. A lot of people may be in financial services, they may be in education, they may come from many different walks of life, but the power and the value behind a team and the power that comes when people come together cannot be denied. And I just think it's just so obvious and so transparent that when you look at it from a sports standpoint and you see so many people coming together for a like-minded goal, the power and the energy that's created inside that atmosphere. So I'm excited to be on here.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We appreciate that. So look, I'm gonna start it off. Let's go both sides of the fence here. So today we'll talk about what makes great teams, and then let's talk about what makes teams either dysfunctional or just not successful. So I'll start with this, and this has been huge for me. Just quick background, and Ray, I want you to give your background a little bit too before you answer the first question. But I played college basketball in New York, came down here, have been coaching for almost a decade. Everything from 10-year-old teams all the way up to elite high school teams. Spent a little time with the Silver Stars. I've been around a lot of, which is a WNBA team here in San Antonio, just in case you don't know, and a lot of college teams. And it's funny how everything's relative. And then, as we told you, we're both in business for ourselves with our programs. So we've also looked at that relativity. And I would say, for me, the number one thing, in all honesty, is vision. If the team lacks vision, first of all, they lack direction. Or if everybody's not bought into the same vision, they're not all moving in one unit, and that's huge. I mean, you've got to have everybody in the same direction moving, because it's going to take everybody to get there or accomplish the goal of where the team is trying to go. So that would have to be number one for me, because I've seen teams with lesser talent, seen teams with maybe lesser athleticism or whatever it may be, but their vision was so strong and it was so united. Man, they moved mountains, so to speak. So Ray, touch on that and tell me maybe what would be one of your number one things as well for a successful team.
Oh man, absolutely, and I got to piggyback right there on that one and say, first and foremost, it has to be a vision. Every team is driven by a vision. In my background, I grew up in Leavenworth, Kansas, the town, not the prison, and was blessed to receive an athletic scholarship to go and play college basketball at the Division I, Division II, and the junior college level. And what I found interesting in those experiences that regardless of what level I was playing at, when I was at a Division II, a junior college, or a Division I, playing college athletics, the dynamic of the team always had a major impression on the results that the season had. For example, my first year of playing college sports was at a Division II university where there wasn't a real clear vision. There wasn't, and you said the word united. I'm saying? People have to be committed to sacrificing for a team, I'm saying, in order for that vision to come to fruition. And what I found when I came there, I'm fresh out of high school, at my first university, away from mom and dad and everything like that. And here I am meeting all these different people from all these different backgrounds who didn't have the same vision. And consequently, our season ended up being subpar. I think we were right around 600, won by about 60-65% of our games. Now, 1 year later, this just blew my mind. 1 year later, I leave that Division II school to go to a junior college, which is a smaller school, right? The smaller school, smaller community, but the team, the dynamic of everybody on the team was much more committed and willing to sacrifice for a like-minded vision. And our vision was to go on to try and win a national title. And consequently, since we were so ingrained in that vision and we were willing to work together and sacrifice for the willingness of the team, we were able to go out there and win over 85% of our games. So you're talking about a 1 year difference from a Division II to a junior college, which some people may think is a step down, but it was a step up because we were able to be a better team and consequently produce better results.
Nice, and that's a great real life experience for you that just makes so much sense. Now, I want to go dig in a little more details of vision because we don't want to make this too long. And the truth is, I don't know if we go any further than vision today because without vision, the rest of the stuff really doesn't matter. So with vision, the number one thing I think is if you don't have the vision for your group or your team or for yourself in general, start with your values. What do you believe in? What matters to you? And you know, I can speak from Ray and myself. Our family is important to us. Whether we're talking about making decisions for a basketball move, you know, I recently had a college offer to do a college coach to assistant job. And, you know, I had to look at the family. That was a important thing of values. Excuse me, I'm tongue-tied right now. But that was important to me. You know, what are your values? What's going to be important to you? And then what do you want to accomplish? But not only that, you know, they say the importance of a goal is not so much what you accomplish, but what you become from that goal. So what are you trying to accomplish as building yourself? And then also, you know, what are you trying to acquire? Because we set goals to acquire things, whatever it may be, whether it be wins like Coach was talking about. So that's really important. Ray, is there any key, you know, details that you want to maybe touch in that would help those watching this as far as the details to helping them create their vision is what you think that would be important for them?
Absolutely, absolutely. All vision, you know, like you just touched on, people got to understand this. It doesn't matter which walk of life that you come from. And the thing I love most about sports is that there's so many life lessons that can be taught from. It's such an extension of life where you can draw experiences to be able to teach certain points and be able to grow certain points. And it all starts with you personally. It all starts with your own personal belief system and whether or not you believe that you can be a part of a vision, whether or not you believe that you can be an integral part of a team's success. You know, and so many people get intimidated by that fear of failure that they don't believe that they can bring any value to a team because they don't see the value inside themselves. So foundationally, people have to understand and they have to know that they have something inside of them, and whether or not they've reached their pinnacle of success, whether or not they've accomplished their goals, whether or not they've gotten to where they want to be, producing the results they want to produce, isn't necessarily a byproduct of where they've been, but more so setting a vision of where they want to go and believing that that can accomplish. Because without that belief in yourself, then you can't tie into a vision where other people have a vision and a belief that that vision is going to happen. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. So now let's play devil's advocate for a minute. We both touched on vision because we know that's the most important thing. So I'm going to throw something out there that I think kills a team's success, and then I want you to throw something else so they get two different nuggets to take away from this before we end this. So I can tell you this, and I'm speaking from my own experience, my own productivity, from a team's productivity standpoint, and just success in general, that a lack of consistency will kill a team's success almost faster than anything else besides maybe lack of vision. So let me give you a great example, okay? So I had two club teams this year, and they're actually both under Coach Raymond's organization. They're the Jayhawks. One of them was considered an elite team, and basically all that means is when they're going out to club tournaments, they're trying to be seen by college coaches in the hopes of gaining, you know, college scholarships to play basketball at that school. Okay, and the team came out on fire early, man, and they had a lot of synergy. They had a vision. We were driving towards that vision, and so we were being very successful, beating teams that we probably shouldn't have beat, but our synergy was so strong, and everybody was driving towards the same common goal, you know. And then what happened was the season progressed. You know, I tried not to change, obviously, my consistency from the practice plans and where we pushed and our progression because I know how easy it can be to kind of lay back a little bit when you're successful. Well, my thing was trying to push that consistency. And sometimes when you're younger, that's something you have to learn either through teaching or sometimes through the failure that comes with being a lack of consistency. And it was funny because near the end of the season, we struggled a little bit. We started losing to teams we either beat before in the summer or should be beating if we call it on paper, meaning we should have beat that team. We had a little more talent. We had a little more whatever it may be, depth and things of that nature. But it really was our consistency. We weren't doing the small things that always made us successful. For us, it was playing defense, getting rebounds, playing out of our defense, all that stuff. We weren't consistent with it. And we had to actually come and sit back, go to practice, sit down, readdress the vision of where we were trying to go and who we were trying to be, our identity, our values, and then become more consistent. And it started with practice. And what happened was, lo and behold, last tournament we went and we did phenomenal. We beat teams by 15, beat another team by 25, being consistent in what we do. So for me, Ray, I can't. Consistency is with a capital C, and it's a deal breaker. It's a deal breaker for any team's success. So give me one that you would say is a deal breaker for team success.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I mean, and what we're talking about here, I mean, everybody understand what Coach Springer's talking about. What we're talking about here is your success. Okay, what we're talking about here is how you can begin to start producing results and understand the power and the magnitude of what happens when you plug into a team and you understand the dynamics of what makes a team work, because ultimately, as the team succeeds, you're going to be able to succeed. So once you have that vision in place and you're tied into that vision, you're consistent in what you're doing, the thing that's going to allow you to stay consistent is going to always be your attitude. And when I'm saying attitude, a lot of people think, okay, is that a bad thing? Good, bad, up, down. You're going to have an attitude about how you go about everything that you do. And without the proper attitude, your consistency is going to be impacted. You know, if your attitude is in a positive manner, if your attitude is in a gratitude state of mind, if your attitude is in an abundant state of mind, if your attitude is in a development state of mind, then you're going to produce different results in the consistent action that you're taking, okay? Because oftentimes, I'm sure you've seen this before, you'll see somebody who's like, okay, well, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. I know I'm doing X, Y, and Z. But what's your attitude while you're doing X, Y, and Z? You know what I'm saying? What's your mode? What's your body language? What's your engagement while you're doing X, Y, and Z? Okay? Because you can be consistent, but you can also be consistent in doing the wrong things. Okay? And that's where the power of the team comes in at. That's when the power behind what we're presenting and offering to you guys and showing you that, look, we understand how to build teams. We understand the dynamics of what makes the team function. We understand how to get the most out of everybody that is engaged in the team to where they can be put in a position, right, to do what they do best, to bring out the best inside of them, to be able to bring their attribute to the team, which is going to enhance the level of the team. And you got to understand that your attitude that you're bringing to the team, that you're bringing to the vision, is going to ultimately determine the growth of that team and the growth of you.
I like that. That's powerful. So you probably even say maybe energy. Even the energy is the attitude as well, right? Okay. So look, we've given you some, in the coaching world we call them nuggets. We've given you some great nuggets today, okay? And this is just the start because, you know, obviously we did this just out of the kindness of our heart. Me and Ray, obviously as coaches, we have passions for teaching. We love to teach, we love to build, we love to empower, we love to send that energy or that attitude with the vision to as many as we can help. And as we've told you before, it's not just a basketball thing for us anymore. Now we're trying to help other entrepreneurs, other people in the corporate world, or anybody that may be trying to look to build an organization or a business or anything, because it's very relative. It is very relative. So look, here's our vision. And we can't let everything out of the bag just yet, but I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of what we're doing here. We have a vision. We're going to take a group, and it may be other coaches who are running training programs just like us. It may be struggling entrepreneurs that have an offline business. They have the corner store or they have the clothing store, and I'm just making examples here, and they need more presence online. and they want to build that team and they want to build that organization, or maybe it's for people who are already online and they're struggling. Maybe the team they're with is not working for them, or maybe they need to be successful, they need to create a team and they're struggling with that. So Minor Ray's vision is we want to bring you in. We want to make you part of our team. We want to show you what works as a team, and then we want to show you the tools. Because it takes tools. Don't get it wrong. It takes tools to be successful with the team, as well as the vision, the attitude, the consistency, and everything else. So we want to show you what we have. Now, we can't just give it to you right away because this is stuff that we've worked on for years. There's a lot of special stuff that we have that, you know, we feel is so valuable that we just don't want to give it out to the world. We want people who are committed, just like we want basketball players who are committed. So here's what's going to happen. If you look below this link, especially if you're watching this on YouTube right now or any other video channel, there's a link that's going to do two things that you need to follow it to. Number one, it's going to get you signed up so that you know beforehand when we do this next training. This isn't our first training. We're going to continue to build you out, and build you and teach you how to create teams. And that link, if you register with it, it will give you the alerts and let you know when the next one is. I promise you don't want to miss. If you thought this was good, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I can promise you that. Number two, we are building a team, and we are going to build one of the strongest teams you have ever seen built worldwide. I promise you that. Our vision is that strong, and we are that determined to make this happen. So what I'm saying with that is we're going to take applicants for that. I just told you, we believe in committed players or committed people on our team. So we're going to take applicants. We're going to screen who comes in. Not everybody's going to be allowed on this team. That's the way it's going to be. I'm sorry. You can go get on a team where they let anybody in, and let's see how successful that team is. We don't believe in that. We want to win, and we want you to win with us. So, like I said, the link below is going to get you to know when the next video is, but it's also going to pre-apply you to be on our team. At a certain point near the end of August, early September, we're going to take our 15 to 20 applicants, and we're going to put them on the team, and we're going to teach them how to build a worldwide organization that is also profitable and is making a huge impact on the world. Because what's the point of just making a bunch of money and not make impact on the world? That doesn't make sense to us. So that's what's going on. Now, get on that link now, get registered, and be looking for this next video. Well, you'll hear about it if you register. So, Ray, is there anything you want to add before we go?
Oh, man, that's it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You really just hit on it. And you know, one thing I want everybody to really make sure you understand, if you really understand what I'm going to share with you here, you really understand what Coach Springer is talking about, then the breakthrough you're going to have is going to be so impactful. It's going to be so meaningful to you, because you're finally going to figure out why you haven't been producing the results that you've been looking to produce, why you haven't been having the consistent growth inside of yourself that you know that you purposed for. You know, I don't know whoever's watching this, I don't know where you're at, I don't know your background, but something tells me if you're watching this video to this point, there's something inside of you that's telling you that you've been called for something greater than what you've currently been doing, that's telling you that you can accomplish more than what you've already accomplished, that's drawing you in to say, what is that one thing that I'm missing that's holding me back? And Coach Springer just told you it's what it is, and it's being a part of a team. If you are out there and you're trying to do these things by yourself, you cannot reach your levels of success that you're trying to reach inside of this industry without being connected and plugged into a team. So the value proposition behind what you have in front of you right now, you're talking about receiving not just the value that you got inside of this training, but in addition to that, the value you're going to get in the video series that are going to follow after this, that's going to show you exactly step by step how to plug into a team, step by step how to increase your skill, step by step how to create a lifestyle that is going to allow you to follow the passions that have been placed inside of your heart the same way we follow our passions that are placed inside of ours. So if you're telling me that Raymond, all I got to do is click on a link, Raymond, all I got to do is put in an email address, Coach Springer, all I got to do is keep an eye out for that email when it comes and learn more and grow more and earn more and be able to bless more. That's all I need to do. Then all we need to do is click on the link below, take action, get connected with our team, and let's go on and let's grow this squad together, because this is a power squad. This is something truly powerful that's happening, that's taking place, because so many people are tired of the same old same and are ready to change. If not you, then who? If not now, then when?
Excellent, Ray. And I couldn't have said it any better. I appreciate that. So, again, one last time, get to that link below, register. This is the team that is going to win. That we don't believe in losing. Matter of fact, we're coaches. We hate losing. We hate losing. We want some other people that love to win as well. So getting that link is the best start to step, or excuse me, is the first step to winning. And we appreciate your time. We hope this has been very beneficial to you. We're not going to stop. We're going to keep coming with more, just as we love to do. We're going to keep building it up till we have the team that is winning everywhere, and everybody on the team is winning as well. So for both Coach Ray and myself, take care, and God bless.